privilege to be sitting with you and talking about Western region. Thank you so very much. Western region, as you rightly introduced, is a region that is of great importance to the development of this country. And it's so because of its great resource endowment, whether it's human, natural resources, and all the other, things that contribute to the development of this country. And so we pride ourselves in saying that the best comes from the West. Yes, the state of the region is good. The natural resources there are being exploited as it's been over time. Talk about the gold, the manganese, and lately the oil find, so oil and gas, and the contributions they make to the development of the region. And so these are important, endowments. Of course, with beautiful people as well, nice beaches. And generally, I think that the region is peaceful. Amid, of course, the challenges that we usually flag, one of them, or the major one, should I say, being our roads, and all the other challenges, the unemployment and stuff like that we are, faced with. But aside those, I think that the region is doing well. The chiefs and people are expectant as always, but at the same time, we have some relative peace in there, and we are looking forward to some good things happening to the region under this regime. When the president was campaigning, he assured that if he had opportunity, he would do, a lot of things for us, i.e. our many challenges that we have to deal with and overcome. Thank God that the NDC won. When he took office, I think the Western region was his second place for the thank you tour. And the chiefs and people gathered. He came and showed his appreciation for the massive support that he received from the region. For the first time, the NDC won some 15 seats out of 17, unprecedented. And we won the presidential as well, a very rare, occurrence, as you well know. And so, in that engagement, he reiterated his commitment to the development of the region. And I recall that during his first SONA, he also singled out Western region for, some attention, that the region is going to receive its fair share of development. And so over this short period, the people have been highly expectant of what good things, are coming to the region. And over the last 1 year, we've seen some action on our roads, very impressive. There are other issues that I believe that as the conversation progresses, we'll be able to touch on. But generally speaking, the region is doing well.
It's doing well.
Yes.
The region
Yes.
is known also for its huge gold deposits. But associated with that is the question of Galamsey,
Yes.
which formed a very important part of the NDC's campaign.
Yes.
How have you been able to fight Galamsey?
Yes.
Is it being fought at all? What are the gains?
Yes. Yes. When I took office, of course, coming from the campaign, the promises and our manifesto promises on the fight against Galamsey, I took it on frontally, as an appointee of His Excellency, who is committed to the fight. Learning also from what happened previously, and how allegations about involvement of government appointees in that same, challenge that the state wanted to deal with. So right from day one, I had a certain mindset that, look, the first thing is for any appointee who wants to really deal with this issue to stay out of, that business. That, for starters, will give you, the impetus, the strength to really, deal with the issues. So right from day one, we've been dealing with it, as best we can. The WRCCs are not so endowed like the sector ministries. But in spite of, our challenges, I kept the fight on with my security team. We have the Air Force, we have the Navy, we have the 2B and the infantry in the region. And so they have been helping. Of course, the police, they've been helping to deal with these issues. When I took office, the observation was that the challenge was massive and widespread. And so we had people on the land, on the rivers, and not just with the issue of the river, the rivers, with the Ankobra, the PRATT, and all the others, suffering this massive pollution. It's not just about some activities of the river bodies, but really some people have taken it upon themselves to sit on the rivers themselves and then to really dig the river bed. And that is what pollutes the rivers even some more. And so for the first time, I have been on canoes to go on some of the rivers, especially Ankobra, to really appreciate what has been happening on the. Otherwise, as minister, if I sat in the office, there was no way I was going to be able to really get, what really happens on our river bodies. So we've been able to deal with all the machines that were on the river Ankobra. And the challenge we've had is that river Ankobra travels through many districts, from the Elembele district, where it joins the sea. I'm sure you've been to Elembele many times. When you get to the Ankobra, the bridge, from that point, it travels all the way through Pristia Huni Valley, through Amenfi Central, and towards Amenfi West. And so it's not even easy to determine where it ends. And the interesting thing is that once we are dealing with the issues downstream, all of these areas towards Western North are also under, some activities. These illegal miners are all over. And so even though we've been able to deal with the issues down south, you still have the river, the turbidity level not returned really to to expected, level that the people want. And so last year we did all of that, but this year we are focusing on the other side, the upstream. And it's been pretty difficult because the whole stretch, it's not every point that a canoe can even travel on, because some places have been silted because of these activities and all of that. But the key thing is that as regional minister, I'm very committed. And so I lead the way, supported by NIMOS. NIMOS is also doing very well to help us. This job really lies with the ministry, primarily Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, to channel the policies and direction that will help deal with it. I see the WRCC's support on my role as complementary, and effectively I'm doing that together with my MMDCs. And so a lot has happened. But I see that the measure of success for the ordinary person is the how Ankobra, for example, is seen, whether it's polluted, it's come back to normal. I think today, the measure for any success for most people is that. Okay, and so occasionally, because of our operations, you get the river to come back to normal, and then at some point